I am thriving now. The I life skill acronym is the second life skill in the authenticity stage and stands for I am. Building authenticity will help you to bring the best of yourself to any situation and have a better relationship with yourself and others. To define yourself is to limit yourself. The I am life skill acronym is designed to help you clean the lens through which you experience yourself, others, and life. Education. Self-image. So how do we experience ourselves, others, and life? We all have a mental projection of how we see ourselves when looking at ourselves through the eyes of others. This is known as our self-image. It is the part of us we show to the world and comprises all of the things we have personalized to define our sense of self. It is your story and includes beliefs, underlying scripts, and self-esteem, and acts as a mental filter through which you interact and experience the world. Self-image is largely molded through mental conditioning from external influences such as life events, opportunities, and people, as well as from internal, unfaced emotions. It is this self-image that we unconsciously let think, speak, and act for us, and which sometimes speaks to us as the voice of our inner critic. By living through this mental construct for your identity, and as an interface through which you interact and experience the world, you are vulnerable to external life events when things don't go your way, such as job loss, bereavement, personal failures, or breakups that can overwhelm that identity. Any difference between how your self-image perceives you and the events of your life versus its constructed expectations of who you should be and how your life should be, can cause significant impact on your mental well-being and self-esteem, and requires huge mental and emotional effort to prop up your self-image. By stripping back your self-image, you can reveal and live as the highest, truest expression of yourself as a human being. You stop seeing and living the world through your self-image. You clean the lens through which you experience yourself, others, and life. In other words, you step out of your own way so you can be who you really are, standing in the power of your authenticity. Self-acceptance and self-esteem. Self-esteem refers specifically to how valuable or worthwhile we see ourselves. High self-esteem is obviously better than low self-esteem. However, overly relying on positive self-image and self-esteem is likely building your house on sand. The foundations are under constant strain. Self-acceptance offers more emotional stability because it is always there for you. When you're on top of the world and when you fall flat on your face, it can act as a great counterbalance to the volatility of self-esteem. Self-acceptance means being okay with who you are, warts and all. It means not deriving your sense of worth from the judgments your mind or others make about you, whether good or bad. It means treating yourself with compassion and knowing that making mistakes and learning from them is part of being human. When we truly have self-acceptance, we no longer seek the approval of others. This is not because we consider ourselves to be always right or superior. It is simply because we recognize we are always enough as we are, and so don't need to seek external approval or excessive consumption to reinforce our self-worth. Practicing self-acceptance helps us to strip back the mental conditioning of our self-image and reveal and live as our highest, truest expression as a human being. The more self-acceptance you have, the more of your underlying happiness you'll allow yourself to accept, receive, and enjoy. So how do we practice self-acceptance? Self-acceptance is sustained by using the life skills you've already learned and practiced so far across resilience, connection, and authenticity to continually notice and manage your self-image when it thinks, speaks, and acts for you, or speaks to you as the voice of your inner critic. Activity. I am reflection. Using others as a mirror. We can also explore the parts of ourselves we may not yet have consciously realized that we've not accepted. We do this by using what we see and dislike in others as a mirror into ourselves. This technique is called I am reflection. We are all mirrors for each other. Often what you see in another that you do not like, or that which annoys you, may be what your self-image perceives to dislike within yourself. It is your reflection. Their annoying habits, on a subconscious level, are reminding you of your own. Their embarrassing ways mirror yours. You are looking at yourself and do not realize it. Often, you may laugh at another or make a joke of something about them. You don't realize that you're doing this to yourself. Similarly, when you're judgmental of somebody else, it's likely you're actually judgmental of yourself. If someone pushes your buttons, it may be because they represent something that your self-image despises or fears about yourself. Now think of something you don't like about someone, or someone that pushes your buttons. Ask yourself, is there something I do not want to notice about myself that I don't like? Can I now notice and accept whatever it is I do not like about myself? Do I need to take a time out to use the resilience, connection, and authenticity life skills to help? Well done. Takeaway. By stripping back your self-image, you can reveal and live as the highest, truest expression of yourself as a human being. You can stop seeing and living the world through your self-image. You clean the lens through which you experience yourself, others, and life. There is always a choice regarding the way we view events in our life. We can ignore our reaction and condemn and judge the other person for their behaviour. Or by using others as a mirror through I am reflection, we can notice our own reaction and let it go and be grateful to the other for showing us what it is we were yet to accept about ourselves.